Okay, I want to create my graph at this point. Remember that spreadsheets use the word series to talk about the dependent variable, which is on the y-axis. Okay, so we're used to saying y-axis, dependent variable. The spreadsheet calls that a series. So I'm going to put my mass on the dependent variable, the y-axis. It is my series. So I'm going to highlight this to include the name and all those numbers. Then I'm going to click Insert, Chart. Now, it's going to think for a couple minutes, and you need to make sure, so if you look over here, I'm going to make sure that my chart type is a scatter plot. Yours may not do that automatically, but you have to make sure, even if you have to use that drop-down menu, because a lot of times the first time you do this, it's going to want to give you a bar chart. We don't use those. We want to look at data and the trends in the data. And so we use a scatter chart. So you're going to make sure that scatter chart is highlighted. Now, the next thing you're going to do, notice that this gives you your total mass over here, and what we don't have is on the bottom, we do not have the volume as our independent variable on our x-axis. So we're going to come over here to the x-axis, and I want to add x-axis. Now I want to just do it the easy way and select a data range. So I'm going to click on this little box right here, and it says select a data range. All right, now here's my issue, is I need to move this out of the way because I got to get up here and select my data range. I also have to move my chart out of the way. So I just click and I drag them down. And my data range up here that I want to select is going to be the total volume of the sample. All right. And I know you can't see that, so I'm going to move my chart over, but this is what we want. So I want to select all of this and click OK. Now, notice that my chart, and I've moved it kind of far out of the way, but now notice this is what my chart looks like. It has my volume in milliliters down here and my mass in grams here. At this point, I need to look at my data as a trend. So I'm going to put a trend line on there. And what that's going to do is give me, it's going to tell me what the trend is. It's going to give me basically the overall average of everything. So when I come down here, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on, I'm going to double click on my little line here, or excuse me, double click on my dot. All right. And when I double click on my dot, okay, do you see where I clicked on series? I pulled my down and I clicked on the series. I want a trend line, so I'm going to click trend line. And then down here, I'm going to, where it says label, I want to use equation. And that's going to put right here my equation. So 8.09, remember, like, that's my slope. And I want to click where it says show R squared, because this tells me how well the data fits the line or a straight line.